Thank you.
Hello, this is Elizabeth and Ailton Brewington with Discover Brightside, the video network and podcast. And we have had 30 speakers for 2 days. Tomorrow is our second day, so please come back. And these videos will be available for you to watch because we want to empower you for prosperity. And so I have the beautiful Sophia here, and I have been so delighted to meet her. And Sophia, please introduce yourself and tell us what we can expect from you.
Okay, first of all, thank you for giving me this opportunity to be here. And I'll just give you my background. I am a clinical EFT practitioner and do hacking reality, and I teach a course, Change Your Mind, Create New Results. I'm a NCS trainer under Dr. Joe Dispenza, and my background is a master's in epidemiology and a network engineer. So I came from a different field. And our topic is Empower Prosperity. So I wanted to start to talk about that. And, most people think they just can create prosperity by trying harder. But you can't create a prosperous future while your nervous system is still living in the past. Think about it. Most people work harder, they chase more money, they do more, yet their emotional state is still wired to survive and not thrive. And that reality of prosperity never comes to them because we know that we think 70,000 thoughts a day, and 90% of those thoughts are the same as the day before. And if 95% of your decisions come from your subconscious mind and emotions, then our prosperity is not a mindset problem, it's a nervous system problem. And I help high achieving professionals to rewire the brains for calm, confidence, and creation, because prosperity starts in the body long before it shows up in your bank account. When we experience stress, the amygdala, the brain's alarm system, hijacks the ability for us to think clearly. Blood shifts away from the prefrontal cortex, and that part is responsible for creativity, empathy, and problem solving. I think Harvard did a study on that a while back, right? Harvard research did a study that shows when we regulate our emotion, decision accuracy rises by 30% and creativity by 60%. So emotional intelligence is not just a concept, it's neural efficiency. So EFT and emotional freedom techniques is a clinically validated method that sends calming signals through the vagus nerve to deactivate the body's stress. Responsible, and the response you get is in minutes. You can literally, after 5 minutes, feel calmer. That is neuroplasticity in action. So changing the wiring, not just about thinking. Why do I focus on that? Because we have three brains. We have the neocortex, the limbic brain, and the cerebellum. And we can create in life, and in this case, prosperity, when all of these are in alignment. If one of these brains are not in alignment, we may be wanting things, we may be working harder, but we can't get there. And I can give you some examples from some of my clients. One of my corporate clients, a corporate manager, came to me with overwhelm and pretty much felt everything was a combat. And he said, I meditate, I pray, but my body doesn't listen. After about 5 or 6 sessions, he learned how to pause and tap through those triggers. Then the next quarter, his team became more productive because he wasn't combative with them, and the productivity rose because not because they worked more hours, because their emotional tone state. He was combative, they were defensive. When he changed his reaction to the outer world, then the outer world responded back to him in a different way. So that's what we call emotional coherence. And when the body and brain align together, now we can create our results. And there's beauty. Once they see you that you're in a different state, coherence is contagious. So when one person regulates, we have mirror neurons, and everybody around us sooner or later are going to start synchronizing. So science calls that interpersonal neurobiology. I call it community prosperity because you're just helping your whole team. And we can just have an example. There's a few examples how to reset your body. The heart math happens to have a little technique that you can use and regulate yourself, and it takes less than 2 minutes. And I'd be happy to, talk about it. But imagine everybody around you at your work, your household, and your organization operating from a level of calmness and intelligence. Then prosperity is not something we chase. It becomes a natural consequence of our own emotional alignment. Because when we elevate our inner state, we elevate the field around us. That's the neuroscience of miracles and the strategy of sustainable success. If you want me to elaborate or if this message resonates, I'm happy to talk a little bit longer. I try to keep it short because, there's other speakers, but I'd be happy to elaborate a little more. I just gave you an overview.
Um, we can do part 2 next month. So I'll set up a meeting with you, and then we can plan to bring you in to do a workshop. I did not know that we had 3 brains. Oh my goodness. That has
Yes.
been, and you have really opened my eyes. So I will definitely schedule something, and then I'll bring you on again, so that I can get myself around the subject matter because it sounds very interesting. But
Okay.
thank you, thank you. Your
Can I just
Yes,
close? If
yes.
any of these messages resonate, I teach a neuroscience class and it's free. It's 75 minutes, and I give some of these tools for free. I also offer a 30-minute complimentary session if the person has challenges. And I try to focus most on neuroscience and emotional regulation. And I want to just address what you said. The limbic brain is also responsible for your autonomic nervous system. So if we are not feeling well, sooner or later, or we can't regulate our emotions, we also get disease, which is why it's important to regulate the 3 brains. And anybody's welcome to go to my website, tapintoyourbestself.com, and I'd be happy to help. And it's complimentary. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
Oh, wow. I love it. And we'll make sure that the online audience gets the offer as well. Can you put your website in the chat so that I can share that when I share this video?
Absolutely.
That would
Thank you
help.
very much. I
Yes.
appreciate it.
And I
Thank you.
will schedule time. So thank you so
Okay.
much.
Thank you.